afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our virtual Make Room Conference. We are in the music room, and I'm so happy to have Shayla with us. How you doing, girl?
Hey, what's up? You sound so professional.
Listen, we decided to do this conference on Zoom as opposed to canceling it and or postponing it because of the coronavirus. And I thank God for this opportunity because from director to director,
okay,
we're going to talk about some stuff. What are some of the toughest types of singers and musicians to deal with as a director?
Toughest singers, I would say those who don't know or understand their limitations. Yeah. In a choir setting, the average church choir, you may have about 2 or 3 good soloists, maybe 4 good singers, 10 people that's just there.
Right.
And, the 10 people that's just there always got the most to say. Why he or she got to sing all the time? Why he or she always leading? Why he or she da-da-da? Because they can. And you can't. Or the individuals who, you can take limitations another way, those who, I use myself as an example. Up until I was in college, I was a soprano. Give me the blood, James Hall. Oh, I was full voice. Oh, don't give me that now. Don't give me that now. It's not going to come. I know my limitations. So people need to understand that, over time, your voice changes. It does certain things. So you could have been a soprano in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You're not one no more. But you don't want to be put in that alto section because you done been in this section all your life. And you don't want to go over. Oh, okay, no problem. I just put somebody in front of you. It is a real soprano, or that is a real alto. Now, musicians, the hardest musicians to deal with are those who think they know it all.
Oh, wow.
Those will be the ones that are the hardest to work with. But for me, I can say for me, because me as a director is different, because you and I, we came from music.
Right.
So, and we come from some of the ones who paved the way. So you can't come at me with the know-it-all attitude, because I know too. You feeling me?
Right.
But those who, I guess, don't understand their limitations either. You can play, you can do ear, and this goes for piano player, the drummer, this goes for organist, all of that. But there is still growth. There are still things that I can learn as a director. There are still things that I can learn as being an alto. So there are things that musicians can still learn from each other. I tell some of them all the time, you could be great, but if you can't read music, don't ask me to call you great.
Right.
Don't ask me to call you, can't call you great because you have a limitation.
Right.
So if I go to a church that sings nothing but hymns, and if you've never heard this hymn before because you play by ear, and they give you a hymn book and you don't know it, right, I can't rock with you. But guess what? I know it. As a singer, it's easier to play off stuff as a singer. You could just Google or YouTube a song and learn it and go on with your business.
Can you play?
I can. I used to play a lot. I stopped when I was about 13 or 14, about 13 years old. So the way I play now is the way I used to play when I was 13. So It's kind of crazy when people hear me sometimes play. They be like, "Shit, I didn't know you could play." I mean, I could, if I would have stuck with it, I might have would have been something. I ain't had time. It's crazy because when I was playing, I never sung. Insane. But then when I started playing, I started singing, and I stopped playing. And it's kind of stupid on my part, but I play when I have to, and I try not to have to.
There are a lot of musicians who think that because you're the director, you have a limitation because you can't sing all the music you want. But I tell people all the time, like I used to do when I was the director over the youth choir at my church. We made sure that every anniversary they learned at least one acapella song.
Right. I always tell any choir that I've ever worked with in workshops or whatever, you always need to have at least 3 acapella songs in your belt, not only because your musician may not be there, but your musician can be there and the church doesn't have adequate instrumentation.
Right.
What are you going to do? You still need to be able to carry out what you need to do. And sometimes those acapella songs go hard. Now you got to pick the right acapella songs, and you got to understand the atmosphere in which you're in. But you need to always have an acapella song. I actually had this conversation with somebody maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe, and they were like, "Shayla, your choir actually got a wide variety of songs," and I was like, there are some things that we do repetitiously because it may be asked of or requested. I said, but I try to keep it broad. I go to a traditional Baptist church, so old school is always going to be at the top, period. CCM music and the contemporary stuff now, you can throw in 1 or 2 every now and then. But them folk want, I will trust in the Lord. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give that right to you. Mm-hmm. Because that's what you connect most with.
Right.
Can I throw anything else in there? Sure. If I go to somebody else's church, and I know that they are more of a contemporary church, or if I know, then we could pull out something that's closer to what I know that they will accept. You got to be smart about your atmosphere. That's one thing you have to learn as a director or a director. You got to be smart about your atmosphere. I don't care what anybody requests of us or of me. If the atmosphere don't call for it, you ain't about to kill me. You're not about to kill me. Don't get up here and talk about something. We want upbeat song. We don't want no dead service. But y'all sitting there like bumps on the log. You're not gonna kill me. Gonna kill me. I'm gonna give you hallelujah. Come on, let's worship.
Yeah.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go. So yeah, my choir has 3 off the top of my head I could think of acapella songs that we do when we don't have, or if we just have to, use it.
Listen, I have a game called Song Association.
Okay, I'm here. What we doing?
I'm going to give you a word, and you got about 10 seconds to sing the first song that comes to your mind. Your word is cry.
So many songs. Why do you cry? He has risen. Why are you weeping? He's not dead. Cry no more, no more, no more. Had throw a little R&B in them.
I got you. All right. Word is hour.
Hour. Child? Hour? And I should know something, ain't it?
Yeah, you should.
With the word hour in it? I'm playing songs in I don't know. Wait a minute now. Hour. Lord. I can't think. That's crazy. I can't think of none. And I know some. Come on.
And every choir sang every song that's on the radio.
No.
There are some choirs who feel like because that new song came on, we're going to try it. We're going to do it. And then when they do it, I can give you one example. The song Deliver Me.
Which one?
Donald Lawrence, and Andrea. I heard a choir sing it, and it did not go well. So what do you feel about certain songs, especially like that one, just because it's on the radio? Should we sing it?
First of all, that song is very lead heavy. So, because you could get away with your background being on the alto note.
Mm-hmm.
All sing. So if your lead's not right on that song, it's garbage anyway. Come on.
Right.
You gotta have it's crazy that you use that song because my choir just did that song for our choir anniversary this year, and I did it with Pastor Roche. Because Pastor Roche could sing,
right,
and he could talk. Will I do that on my regular church Sunday? No. I don't have a person that can carry the Donald Lawrence part at my church. That's not to say I don't have no good male singers. That's what I'm saying is I don't have nobody at my church that can carry the Donald Lawrence part.
Right.
That makes sense?
Right.
Yes. And so, you have to be smart about your stuff. You can't, just because the song speaks to you on the radio, that's what it's supposed to do. Speak to you on the radio. Let it continue to you and minister to you on the radio. It does not mean it's supposed to be sung because, we in the African American culture, we always would say, well, we're not going to say we always say, but, it says in the Bible, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. But guess what?
Uh-oh.
If no joy out of your noise. Oh. Yeah. And people don't like to be honest in church. What they like to do is record it and put it on Facebook and put it on social media, and then you look stupid and you be mad. No. You need to understand what you have in your choir. If you have a choir that's 80% altos and you might get 2 sopranos and 1 tenor, guess what? You don't need to sing hallelujah, salvation and glory.
Right.
Because you don't have no tenors to do the tenor part. Stop it. Unless you're going to move some altos over and maneuver around. And now, if you want to do that, you can do that. If you just have to sing that song. But you have to be smart about your song selection. Is it more important to sing a song because it's popular or be effective in what you're singing? You got to be effective in what you're singing. You don't want the audience to be focused on the fact that you sound bad because you want to sing the song. Go ahead.
The thing is, though, they use that scripture, make a joyful noise, as a crutch. Especially in the Baptist choir rehearsal.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
No, but we shouldn't be giving God anything.
Because he don't give us anything. And this is the crazy part, what a lot of people don't understand, and this is just from my counseling background. Mm-hmm. Your best sometimes still ain't good enough.
Wow.
And it's okay. You could be up there and giving God your best. And when I say not good enough, I'm not talking about good enough for the Lord. He acknowledges what you're doing. I'm talking about you giving your hardest and your all to this alto note, and it just ain't working. It's okay. Bring it back.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. Bring it back. It's not your whole purpose in a choir ministry is to minister to God's people through song. If you're thinking anything else outside of that, then you need to check yourself.
Exactly.
If I'm telling you, I don't want you in the soprano section right now, I need you in the alto section, and you got a problem with that, you need to check yourself. What's more important, you being in your section or the song going over right so you can minister to the people in the audience? Just so sweet to trust in Jesus. Just to take him at his word, just to rest upon his promise, just to know, thus says the Lord. I'm so glad I've learned to trust him. Jesus, Lord, Savior, and friend. And I know that God is with me till the very end. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I prove him more and more. And Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Should the soloist follow the director, or should the director follow the soloist?
It depends. It depends on the song.
Okay.
I would use myself, and I use myself as an example a lot of times, because when you use other people, they get offended. So I'm going to use myself as an example. Just this December, I had to sing at Brandon Hart's for their Christmas concert. And one of Pastor Rochet's favorite, well, I ain't going to say his favorite song, I know he loves the song, Oh, How Precious. So, sung the song went in, whatever. Somebody sent me the video, and I played the video back, and Gary Swindell is the choir director there, the person that's over the music industry there. And he was directing the choir, but Gary's eyes were on me the whole time. And there was a moment when I was ready to end the song, and I didn't know I did none of this until after I saw the video playback, but I was like, keep going, or whatever like that. And so the song went over well because he was following me. In that particular song, and a song like that, you would need to follow the soloist because you don't know where they're going to go. You follow the soloist, the musicians need to follow the director. Wow. What happens is a lot of times the musicians like to follow the soloist and you're backwards. You need to follow the director. Director, you follow the soloist. And if y'all do that, it will move quick. It will move great. So I also, in that same video, I should send it to you. In that same video, you know how the song normally runs at the end. Oh, how precious, precious. Oh, how precious, precious. Oh, how precious. I didn't go, but I guess Gary thought I was, and he told the musicians to keep going. And I did like this, and he was like, oh, quick, real quick. But it flowed because the musicians were looking at him and he looked at me. And so when a song like that, you will have to follow the soloist. Now a song like that is synced, or especially if you're singing to a track, if your choir is singing to a track or singing to something like that, you need to follow the director, because the director knows the track. You don't have the option to do all your extras and go back or cut or whatever. You got to follow the track to the end, and you got to go when the track goes. Right. In those type of instances, you will need to follow the director. I personally don't like track singing because it limits you and it forces you to sing in the key that's being played. Yeah. But you know, some people have to do what you got to do, and if that's your situation, then you need to follow the director. If you're leading that song, so what's such a song that can be tracked? Any song can be tracked, but no, but I can use every praise. I use every praise because it gets to that part with God, my Savior. So when it gets to that part, as a director, if I know that's where it's going to go, I'm going to tell you, yo, go to the next part. God, my Savior. I'm going to tell you to go to that part because I know that's where you're supposed to be. You don't have that room to do your extra. Yes, he is 30 million times. Not on this track, you don't. Not on this track. Wait till the musician get here. Right. And you can run it. Everybody don't need to be looking at everybody. You're going to get confused. The musician should always look at the director. It was one time that I directed the choir, and the choir was looking at the soloist. And I said, so I'm not standing right here? And so, listen, irks me. Let me tell you, I'm so ghetto when I direct. My brother, I'm going to call him out, my brother Antoine Smalls always makes fun of me Because see, when you're a director, y'all don't see us. The audience don't see us and what we do and what we say. And I remember my choir had to sing at a church, and I asked him to help in the tenor part, in the tenor section, because I didn't have any tenor. So he sung, and the song went in, and everybody's still happy, and da 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 da. And I'm telling them to go off stage, and some of my choir members still wanna do. I was like, get off the stage. And, and he has never let that die. But we sometimes get so excited in what we're doing that we just be too much.
Oh.
And you just be like, yo, our time is over.
Oh my goodness.
It's over.
This is why I love your anniversaries. Because one, you don't talk in between your selections. And I know you hate that, but you don't talk in between your selections. If you all get happy, you know how to not cut it off, but how to transition it to the next song.
Come on, transition.
Because I love when the Lord moves, but sometimes we can go on too long and break the spirit and everything else with it.
Moved and done went on to another church, and you still in. I tell people all the time, I say, when he moved, he ain't just touching you, he touching the rest of us too now. You know that, right? So we done. You done too. You done. You just caught up in your emotions, and that's fine. But don't stop us from keeping on going.
Right.
We'll keep going. This train will keep on going. But we got to go home eventually.
I used to see on your Facebook how you used to do funeral confessions. Is that what they were called?
Oh, Trapped at a Funeral?
Yeah, Trapped at a Funeral. So,
yeah.
What are some of your no-nos that you've seen at a funeral in the music department, music side?
Oh, God. Alive. First of all, I'm sick of funerals. So I need everybody to eat their Wheaties so everybody can live longer. Then I won't have to do so many Trapped at funerals. That's number one. Number two, musically, knowing the proper song choice for the occasion. We don't have to do doom and gloom, but Jehovah, I trust in you so long, bye-bye. Boy, when it got to that part, Johnny, y'all had to scrape me off the floor. You hear me? I was in them people balcony on the floor.
Oh, no.
Like, really? Really? And I get it. Goodbye to your sorrow. Bye-bye. It's just, so long, bye-bye. That song is about coming out of something. You're coming out of hurt. You're coming out of sickness. You're coming out of da-da-da-da-da. This person didn't come out. They did. They did. They might have fought a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get their reward on the other side.
Let's see.
Okay, well, let me put this out. Stop telling us what you want sung at a funeral. Just stop, because we don't know who's gonna come. Because if you have the funeral Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, people work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be stuck with the retired folks singing. But don't tell me you want to sing something cathedral-like, and I got everybody grandmama in the choir right now. It's not happening. Now you need to fill your program with soloists, the songs you want to hear. but don't request no songs in your funeral and on a Saturday. You can request some songs if it's on a Saturday when people off. But if it's during the middle of the week, people work. People don't have people just, and I know when they're in that state, they don't think like that. Right. They just like, I don't want no dead service. You know, that's what they say. I don't want no dead service. I want upbeat songs. Child, somebody told me that. And I had certain songs ready for my choir. But my choir tell you I would change the whole script in 2 seconds. They said they didn't want no dead funeral. They want everything hype. The first song, hype. Y'all sitting there looking at us. Okay. Second song, hype. Y'all sitting there looking at us. So guess what we about to do on this third song? My hope is still. Oh, you're gonna take this slow. Cause you're not about to kill us. Right. Because see, what people don't understand in funerals is you may not want a dead service, but your cousins and them and your aunties and uncles and them that ain't been to church in 30 years, they gonna be at the funeral. So they just gonna sit there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They just gonna sit there. You know the Lord, but everybody in your family don't know Jesus. So they gonna just sit there and look at us. Like, what are y'all singing? Like, I actually had somebody request a song that I sang for a solo at a funeral. And I was like, you sure? I can't remember the song now. I know what I changed it to. I don't remember the song that they asked. And the whole time, even up until me in the church, I was going to sing the song that they requested until I got into the atmosphere of what was going on. And I'm like, I'm not singing that song. This atmosphere is not even conducive for that song. I switched the song and sung His Eyes on the Sparrow. And they called me and said, Shayla, that's just what we needed. That you really meant it. Da-da-da. Yeah. Yeah. Because you didn't want to rejoice. You wanted to mourn right now. Y'all was so sad. Yeah. Oh, someone let you cry. You want to cry? I'm about to sing the song that's going to make you boo-hoo. Please. You got to know what you just got to know. I'm probably telling all my secrets now because then people going to be like, is that what she thought at my funeral? Yes. That is what I thought at your auntie funeral, your daddy funeral. If I changed the song, that's what I was thinking. That is exactly what I was thinking. Y'all don't want to do this, or you wanted me to sing something slow, and the atmosphere was rejoicing. I'm gonna say something different because everybody's lifted. Okay. Musicians tone it down at funerals. I'm not saying that all musicians are like that. I'm just saying in general because you're asking me a general question. Musicians can bring it back a little bit at funerals. Because I've been to some funerals where the musicians are just all over the place. All over the place. And there's not one song on the radio that requires a musician to be all over the place. No. I'm talking all just, and I know you're all over the place because you can't keep still in your seat. You're doing all of this and doing all of this. Child, sit down. Listen. I'm trying to learn you. Bring it, and that goes for church too. Bring it back, tone it down. Don't be so loud. We need to hear the choir.
Exactly.
We need to hear the choir.
Mind.
My heart, my mind says yes. My soul, it still says yes. Yes to your will. You never heard that song? Sure. You directed a gospel choir for the University by the Sea, and you've never heard yes?
Yes, by who?
Oh, God, who's singing? Now you done threw me off. Now I'm trying to think. Let me sing the way it goes. My breaks. Says yes. Dun, dun, dun. My soul is still says yes. You have never heard that song? We go dun 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 dun. Yes to your will. Say it again.
Starting to sound familiar now.
I'm about to say because I know Wesleyan sung it. I'm about to say, wait a minute now. Just on me by nobody soul ain't got mine in it. Mine.
You just said, didn't you?
I was trying to think of another song that had mine in it that you may know.
Oh. We're gonna stick.
I'm gonna stick with the one I did.
Yeah. All right. Next word is just.
Just as I am without one plea, but then the blood was shed for me. Come on now. Boy, that's the Come to Jesus song. Come on, Tom.
I know that one.
Just a closer walk with thee.
Oh.
Granted, Jesus is my thee. Daily walking close with me. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Now listen, this goes back to one of them darn questions now. It's an old song.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going to be a musician, I need you to know how to play that. But thou art strong. Huh.
I don't think everybody know how to play that.
I'm trying to learn you, but it's in the hymn book, honey. That's what I learned. Listen, those are the first gospel songs I ever learned how to play. What a Friend, Near the Cross, Rock of Ages, Child Out. Had to play it for Sunday school. I was helping out a choir, and oh Lord, the lady had done snitched on me to her pastor. And I looked at him. I said, "Now, what was I wrong?" He was like, "No, you wasn't wrong." I said, "Then you should have told I wasn't wrong." Let me tell you what I said. I said, I forgot, what was it, Total Praise? They were doing a slow song that builds, that sends everybody in the frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm not saying God can't move. What I'm saying to you is, what I said in rehearsal is, go ahead and get yours now. You can't tell Total Praise, it just hit you when we performed it for the first time at this other church. It ain't never touched you and hit you in this rehearsal. Man. I needed to touch and hit you in rehearsal. I'm not saying, there have been times where songs have made me emotional and I still sung through it. I'm not saying you can't be emotional, but your job as a soloist, as a singer, as a choir is to minister the song. If you on the flow, baby, what you doing? Get up. And she did not like, let me tell you, he did not tell me who it was, but I already knew who it was because I read people. I already knew who it was. And he was like, she got a little offended because she's a baby in Christ and she didn't understand. But I said, then she should have asked me. But I'm glad she went to you, her pastor. I said, I hope you got it together. See, because I wasn't wrong. Get your butt up, off the floor.
Yeah.
Get off the floor. You can't be a baby in Christ and still on the floor.
Ooh.
Nah, girl, get up.
Come on. Shout you the choir stand.
I have been in atmospheres where the Spirit of the Lord just took over the place. Okay? I'm talking the choir, everybody gone, but I promise you, we finished singing the song first. I promise you, your assignment has to be completed first because he's not a dumb spirit.
Absolutely.
Why would he send you someplace and then you not do your job? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to invite you to this choir anniversary to fall on the floor.
Wow.
No, that's not what he called you to do. If the spirit falls, it falls. Oh, but what you're not about to do is tell me we don't rehearse Total Praise 30 times in this rehearsal and they ain't never touched you. But we go over here and second honor and we singing and you on the floor? What? Get up. Get your butt up. And finish singing this dirty song. And fall out when you get home.
I even have,
what you're not about to was telling me that the Lord just singled you out and it was like, I'm just gonna touch her. For the rest of us, we don't get a little touch from the Lord. He just gonna touch you. He just gonna bypass all of us and be like, I'm just gonna touch you in the middle because you are the person that I need to fall out right now in this moment. No, you just got caught up in your emotions a little bit. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't even understand that, but that's spiritual maturity. I ain't got time to go on that because that's not what we on here for.
Right.
But caught up in your emotions and the emotion of the song, and you just fell out. Get your butt up. Finish the song. So we can do the benediction and go home.
We ain't got time to be here all night.
Oh, please don't have us here all night.
Listen, I thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for joining us for our virtual Make Room conference in the music room. Shayla, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you all and be blessed.